The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
I think 06, was that the year that Purpose made it to Scribble Jam?
Yeah, like
freestyle
me and
battles?
Purpose, we did the Adelaide one, then went to the Sydney one, and both won together. You know what I mean? Both went overseas together. He was about 16. He couldn't actually get in the gigs. He had an X on his hands. I had to be his like parent or whatever, his guardian.
Yeah, I remember him saying something about that. And then, so when you went into the Scribble Jam comp, like how different was the format to a DMC or an ITF?
Exactly the same as ITF.
Oh, okay, so 3 rounds, not was it?
It was
60
two.
seconds?
It's 2 rounds, like depending on how many competitors. But the Australian one was each state you qualify, and then just 2 rounds, and then advance. Yeah, but every round is 2. Actually, the last round was 3 because they just added an extra scratch round or some shit.
And then how did you actually do in the international?
In the Australian one. In the Australian one, I smashed it. And then the international one, jet lag was something I didn't know about, man. You know what I mean? I just remember talking to Stain as soon as I got back. He's like, you got to go 3 days early. You know what I mean? I just rocked up fucking the next day, battled. And it was like out of my skin, man. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I was pretty fucked up on that, you know what I mean, from the jet lag, but I didn't know it was like that.
How big's the Scribble Jam crowd?
It was a drive-in. It was massive.
Yeah, wow.
You know what I mean? Like an empty drive-in full of people.
So
especially at night. In the day, like, it's all scattered out everywhere, but for the main stage at night, it's jam-packed.
So that'd be the biggest crowd that you'd done a battle in?
Yeah, for sure.
Front of?
Biggest crowd I've ever seen, yeah.
Yeah, wow. And then, so what placings did you get, if anything at all?
Nothing over there. Nothing over there. Because I used the wrong set to begin with, but it's like they had turntables that I already knew and respected there, and they understood what I was doing, but you know, it wasn't clean enough or clear enough to make it through. You know what I mean?
Do you remember who won that year?
DJ Ideal from Miami.
Yeah,
I got the plane with him the next day back down south. Like, I went to Houston, he went to Miami. I think it was the next day or the next week, whatever. You know what I mean?
So that's when you did, because I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
You spent some time in Houston.
Yeah.
And all around Texas.
When I won that trip to the States, yeah, just utilised the trip to, you know what I mean? Once I was there, just used my own money to get myself down there and stayed there for as long as I could. I was with my nephew. It was a good time, man.
So you're in Houston 2006.
Yeah.
Off the back of the Scribble Jam.
Yeah.
Now, when you get there, I mean, what were you doing there? Because I think you collabed with some artists over there.
Yeah, I think I had a CD to go there with. Like, I'd done a CD before I left that ended up being pretty successful. Did another cover for it, like an actual art, new presentation cover for it. Like, and they actually took it over. I fell out with the dude who I made the CD with. There was a dude here that I actually went to school with. He did all the internet shit, and fell out with him over what we were going to do with it, really, because I guess it was fucking worth something. Yeah. But people over there love it, man. Like, you know, like the respect I got off doing that CD, this Australian career doesn't even really bother me. You know what I mean?
So which CD is it?
There's a couple. There's one with a dude called Agonylife. They're just hosted CDs similar to Volume 1 and 2 and 3 or whatever. But yeah, there's one with Agonylife, one with a dude called Chingo Bling, another one with a dude called Red Cafe, and that's probably it. Those 3.
Chingo Bling's pretty big.
He's on Netflix as a comedian now, but yeah, he was sort of always a comedian and shit, and he was a mogul, like a millionaire.
He's got his own hot sauce or something.
He's got his own fucking everything, clothing line, shoe line.
Yeah, he's a smart motherfucker, man.
Yeah, like, and you'd be surprised, like, the bigger the artists, like, the more willing they were to work, you know what I mean? He just loaded me with songs and exclusives and fucking just got in the booth and, you know, recorded as much acapellas as I could, as he could. So, and just said, yeah, there you go, use whatever photo you want, see you later. Don't worry about money, you know what I mean? Just make it happen.
Didn't charge you?
No.
And so how did you have that connection?
Like, a lot of the smaller artists will want money, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I say, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? And then the next CD they'll want on. I don't fuck around.
And so how did you have that connection to dudes like Chingo Bling?
Chingo Bling, through artists over there. Like when artists gathered what I was doing, because a lot of the DJs over there lack in skill, I guess. You know what I mean? like it just blew them away, man. Like with the turntablism, so fucking, and the realness of artist to artist relation. You know what I mean? Just fucking got along with everyone. So they just numbers just flew at me.
So when you when you pretty much get off the plane in
Houston,
yeah, like you've already got a few contacts
yeah,
there,
man.
or
at least 10.
Yeah, okay. And then so how did you make
Artists.
contacts with that? Because this is sort of like not before the internet, but
Yeah, no, it's not before the internet. That's how we got the contacts for the
Yeah.
internet, man. Is like that's the dude I was saying. Like he did all that shit. I'm pretty much dyslexic, man. I don't even fucking own. I don't have an email still. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I've always had someone doing all that shit for me. You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
So yeah.
So okay, so they sort of
And that was
hooked it up.
through a dude buying and selling CDs. That's how really that started. He was buying and selling music that we liked over here. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't get it in stores over here, and then you're pretty much buying it off the artist over there. If not, one person away from the artist. You know what I mean?
So through
'Cause-
buying the music
Yeah,
direct, you build a
because
relationship.
it's all independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wow. And then okay, so I guess in regards to, Texas, Houston, and the culture over there,
Yeah.
obviously it's very different.
Screwed up culture, man. Yeah, but I grew up on that shit. You know what I mean? That's I didn't grow up on Australian music. You know what I mean?
So
When we started DJing, like started rapping with an Australian accent. You know what I mean? So we grew up on other music. You know what I mean? That's my shit. So
now explain what screwed up. Screwed up culture, screwed
there's
up
a
music.
dude, DJ Screw, right? And they're all on drugs over there, like syrup, lean. I don't know what you compare that to over here, but it's like a downer type drug. They're not cranking; they're all like slowed out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he started slowing down the music, and it fucking makes the drug better, pretty much.
And like over there, like with the music, there's like a strong car culture.
Yeah, fuck
like
yeah.
candy paint.
Yeah.
Candy paint old school
Yeah.
rides and shit like
And the
that.
further you go back, the stronger that culture is. You know what I mean? Like Screw's dead. A lot of the artists are dead, so I'm pretty sure the culture ain't what it was even when I was there. You know what I mean?
The lesson. 927. Oh, yeah.